What's up, gamers? We're back with another Marvel Future Fight video, and today I'm going to interview Predator on the best characters in the game. What's up, Predator?
What's up? How's it going?
Now, I've been playing with you online, lots of team up, and I noticed that you have an incredible roster. How many six-star characters do you have?
Right now, I just hit 11 as of yesterday.
Wow, 11 six-star characters. Wow, I've been playing this game since beta, and I only have one, and you have 11. That's incredible. What VIP level are you?
Right now, I'm at 9.
And so what I was thinking, we would just go through like the best characters in the game by class, and we just
Yeah.
talk about which ones we like, which ones we think are underrated, which ones we think are overrated. And in the combat characters, what's your not only your best character, and then what is your favorite character? Are you
My best combat type probably is going to be Goliath. I know a lot of people like him, and he does a ridiculous amount of damage.
You're talking about Giant Man, right?
Yeah,
And he's like one of the easiest characters to get to a six-star too. It's pretty easy to grind for him.
yeah. When they first released him, they made it so that you could farm almost 50 bios a day for him. And then just recently, they nerfed it. So now you're lucky if you get maybe 20 to 25 a day.
And I just switched from doing the number 5 mode on Giant Man to the 4 mode when I'm in that 30-minute mode, and it seems to be a lot faster. And I think
Yeah, the
I'm
boss has less HP during the on the stage 4, so you can get through the mission pretty quick.
yeah, and I'm not exaggerating, but it's pretty close to 40, not quite 40, I think what I'm getting right now, which is not bad. It's not 50, but it's possible, right? Because you almost need like 500 biometrics to get up to a 6.
Yeah, it's 320 for from 5 star to 6 star. So you need a pretty high amount of bios, and anyone that's farmable like Goliath or Giant Man or Yellow Jacket,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably better off to try and go for them first, just to build a pretty tough roster.
Yeah, those are the two that I'm going for right now that I want to have my six-star next would be Giant Man and Yellow Jacket. What combat character do you think is the best or one that you wish you had?
Right now, I don't have him at 6 star yet, but I'm really liking Black Panther.
Black Panther.
He was, yeah, he's pretty popular in Arena before Goliath or Giant Man and the Goliath uniform was released, and
Mm-hmm.
he moves so fast. He's almost like a speed type character, but with higher attack power, and he just blows through teams with no problem.
Yeah, he seems really good. I like him too.
But he's pretty hard to farm, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, there's only like one mission that you can get him, and what you can maybe get two, three a day. That would just take forever.
Yeah, so you're basically reliant on the flash sales, like a lot of characters.
Unfortunately, my best combat character is Captain America, which, if I were going to put him on a scale of 1 to 10, he's probably a 5. I mean, with the suit bonus, he's okay, but he's really not that good of a character overall.
Well, actually, now that they gave him his 6 star skill, I can attest to this because I've been using him for a while and I didn't stop investing in, so I kept going and I finally got him to 6 stars. And once you get that 6 star skill, it pretty much makes up for the lack of other attacking skills that he has because he can do a lot of damage in a short period of time because I have spy tactics on him.
Mm-hmm.
And when that set activates and it gives me that 20% skill cooldown buff, he can almost spam his 5 star and 6 star skill back to back and do a ridiculous amount of damage in that time. And he's got that added bulk on him too, so he can take a lot of hits at the same time. So he's actually a really good combat type once you get him past that 5 star mark.
Okay, well, that's encouraging because he's probably my best character. He's my best combat character, but he's been frustrating. I know there's better ones, like you mentioned, Black Panther and Goliath, which is the giant man, which is definitely awesome. Now let's go over to the Blast character.
Well, a lot of people are torn between him, and a lot of people like him. A lot of people think he's overrated or he needs to be nerfed or whatnot. But right now, it's probably Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, he's got two abilities that are like make him untargetable, which is insanely good against Doc Ock and Villain
Yeah,
Siege, right?
if you time it right and you just fire off normal attacks until you see those lasers pop up and activate that skill that makes you invulnerable, you just can't be touched. And the skill cooldown for those skills is pretty low, so you have plenty of time to just attack and avoid hits.
Yeah, he seems really good. And again, he's one of those characters, he's not as easy to farm as Giant Man, but he is farmable. It'd take a long time, maybe like 2, 3 weeks, but you definitely can do it. And what character do you not have that you wish you did have?
I've done a lot of reading up on him, and I really want to start investing in Malekith once I finish off the characters I'm doing right now because he's a monster in arena. I've seen like when I have to fight him, his skills can pull you in close and then deal heavy damage with his other skills. He's just an overall good character.
I knew you were going to say Malekith before you said it because that's exactly what I was thinking. He
Yeah,
is like ultra rare. I mean, unless you purchase him, his biometrics are just not available.
yeah, it's some of the characters I need to throw into the rotation for the Chaos shop or the Arena shop because it's just ridiculous trying to farm for some of these guys.
Yeah, are you hoarding tokens right now waiting for the patch?
Actually, I just spent a good chunk of my Chaos tokens on Green Goblin to 6-star him.
Right?
I've been saving my Arena tokens. I think I have 20,000 Arena tokens right now.
Wow, that's quite a bit. I've got like 12,000 honor tokens and about 14,000 chaos tokens, but they
Hmm.
go up pretty quickly. I'm just saving them. And I have to say, I'm kind of torn, as far as blast characters. Like my best one that I have is Iron Man. I like him. I think he's pretty good, but I also like War Machine. I don't know, maybe I just got a soft spot.
War Machine is definitely one of the best blast characters in the game.
I love War Machine, especially with the suit, and then I've seen his 6-star ability and it looks crazy.
Yeah, it's all of his regular skills basically put into one.
I just love War Machine, not only the character, but just he's great. All right, let's go to speed character. What's your favorite speed character?
My favorite right now has to be Green Goblin. He's a horribly underrated character, and a lot of people don't realize it, but he has the highest damage per second in the game.
Really? Now I can attest to that because I've seen you basically solo Destroyer with your Green Goblin in the team up mode like it was nothing. Like in 2.5 minutes, you wipe him out just by yourself.
He's crazy. I didn't realize that at first when I first started playing, and I was always like avoiding his flash sales and being disappointed when they popped up. I just decided to go with it one time because I read some stuff on him saying that he has such a high damage per second, and that poison damage that he has with that poison booster at 50% is just like too much for anyone to handle. So,
You are using the fifth gear poison booster on him.
yeah, definitely. Because the dodge isn't really that mandatory because two of his skills can help you evade attacks, and the one just takes you clear off the screen and you can't be hit.
Also very
So,
good for Doc Ock.
yeah, very good.
Very, very good. And which one would you say that you would want to have, like character that you don't have that you'd like to get more into?
Well, I have most of the ones that I already want, but I know a good one is probably Sharon Carter,
Mm-hmm.
especially because of her leadership skill. I mean, it's the same as Iron Man, which,
Yeah, skill cooldown time. Yeah.
yeah, knocks off a huge chunk off your skill cooldown. And I mean, if you have a character that has Spy Tactics already, if Spy Tactics activates under the cooldown effect of Sharon Carter, you're
Mm-hmm.
almost at 50% cooldown. So any skill that has like a 9-second cooldown drops down to like 4 or 5. And
I gotta say that my favorite is Spider-Man, just because. But I think everybody likes Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Probably overrated for you at this point, but he's my only 6-star character. I love Spider-Man. He's just awesome, and
yeah, there's no doubt he's like one of the top 3 characters in the game right now. They gave special treatment to him, that's for sure.
yeah, his 6-star ability does crazy damage. Like I see well over 10,000 all the time on it, and just wiping
Yeah.
things out. It's nuts. And then he stuns, and I don't know, but he's like continuously doing some sort of skill pretty much always.
Yeah, I run mine actually has Spy Tactics on him right now.
Okay.
And the base stats that they give you with Spy Tactics is pretty good. It's a pretty good offensive set. And as
Hmm.
soon as it activates and it knocks off that 20% off the skill cooldown, he can just go wild with his skills nonstop.
Now you're talking about, just so people don't know, you're talking about the ISO 8 set bonuses, that the eighth ones, right? Now I'm just curious because I have not got into that yet. Now there's several that you can get. How much were you spending to get the specific spy tactics? 1 million, 2 million? I mean, how many times did you have to do it?
It's pretty freaking crazy, I'm not gonna lie. One of the characters, I think it was Captain America that I was rolling for,
Mm-hmm.
it took about, I think it was like 1.2 million just to get the set that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then on a couple characters, I got really lucky and only had to spend like 50,000. So, I mean, it kind of balances out. I would say the average you have to spend probably is 500 to 600,000 gold just to get an ideal ISO set.
Okay, now let's go to Universal, and there's a bunch of good choices here in Universal. But what's your best character, and which one's your favorite one that you wish you had?
My best one, I don't know if it counts as universal, but I would have to
Yeah.
go with Vision.
Vision with the uniform becomes a universal character. And I got to tell you, when I'm in the arena, a lot of times I don't even look at the screen. It's just on autoplay. And he's like the one that I have to worry about is
Yeah,
Vision. He is so good with the suit
yeah.
bonus.
He attacks fast. He has tons of buffs, all kinds of resistances for lightning, poison, fire, all of that.
Even
And then
physical, I
there's
believe. Yeah.
yeah, and there's that one skill that he has that makes him like it
Physical.
sets him apart from everyone else. That physical barrier.
Mm-hmm. Physical damage immune, which is, yeah. And then he's got that untargetable ability too, which is really good against Doc Ock. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really good. Now, because he's not really universal, what would be your second pick?
In terms of usefulness, I would have to go with Ronin simply because his leadership skill can make an entire universal team just overpowered. And I don't know if you know, but his leadership skill at 6 stars gives a all attack and an all defense boost of 36% to each one.
Yeah, I've got that on the screen right here. It's nuts. 36% on both is ginormous. I mean, I don't even, that's
Yeah.
just huge. You run Ronin with Ultron, and who's it you run in the third slot? I'm just curious. Destroyer?
Vision.
Vision? So
Yeah.
you go Ronin, Vision, and Ultron. Wow, that sounds insanely good. Yeah, I got to tell you, one of the characters that kind of started off good and kind of started disappointing me was Captain Marvel. Like she seems like strong in the beginning, and it seems like she doesn't get much better as it goes on. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah, I definitely have. I started neglecting her quite a bit. That's why I started saving my honor tokens. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just her damage output or her survivability, but she's overall sort of lacking.
All right, so what are your three favorite characters in the whole game? Just from best, second, third.
Well, my number one favorite has to be Vision,
Mm-hmm.
just for general usefulness. I mean, soloing stages for leveling up characters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I would probably have to say Green Goblin because he's just ridiculously strong.
You know, and
Uh,
I got to tell you, I know that's true because I've seen you play him, but I had no idea. I mean, I just thought he was like most of the speed characters are kind of horrible, actually, and I didn't know
yeah,
he was that good until I played with you and I saw him do that
yeah,
crazy amount of
he's a
damage.
good alternative for Spider-Man.
All right, so we got Vision, Green Goblin, and who's your third pick?
Probably Panther. He's he's just a blast to use.
I just know I love Spider Man, Giant Man, and Yellow Jacket. Those three, but the ones you mentioned, the only one I'm really surprised by what you said is the Green Goblin. I just had no idea. Well, there you've got it. You've got the best characters in the game. Thank you so much for Predator for coming the show.
No problem.
Love to have you.
Anytime.
Yeah, love to have you back anytime. And as
All
always,
right.
thanks for watching and keep on gaming.
Later, guys.